You throw your car into reverse to back out of your driveway, hit the gas pedal, and the engine just revs freely as if you were sitting in neutral, leaving you completely stranded. If you hook up your code reader and find a P0736, you are dealing with a reverse incorrect gear ratio fault, which is definitely one of the more intimidating codes you can encounter. Let us dive into what is actually happening inside your gearbox here on Mon Total. Modern automatic transmissions use an incredibly complex system of planetary gears, clutch packs, and thick hydraulic fluid to transfer power from your engine to the wheels. Your engine control module and transmission control module constantly monitor the engine speed and compare it to the transmission output speed sensor. By calculating the difference between these two speeds, the computer knows exactly what gear ratio is currently engaged. When you shift into reverse, the computer expects to see a very specific mathematical ratio. If the engine is screaming but the output shaft is barely turning, the computer realizes the transmission is slipping badly and throws this specific code. Now, unlike your forward gears, which are heavily managed by electronic shift solenoids, reverse gear in most automatic transmissions is largely controlled by manual hydraulic pressure. This means that if you only have a problem in reverse, it is very rarely a simple electronic sensor or a single bad wire. The absolute first step is to pull your transmission dipstick on a level surface. If your fluid is 3 quarts low, the transmission simply cannot build enough hydraulic pressure to squeeze the reverse clutch pack together. If the fluid smells heavily burnt or looks like thick black mud, your internal clutches are likely already disintegrating. If your fluid level is absolutely perfect, the problem gets a lot more serious. You are likely looking at a severe mechanical failure, like a blocked fluid passage inside the main valve body, a blown internal seal, or a completely shredded reverse band. Diagnosing an internal hydraulic failure usually requires putting a high-pressure mechanical gauge directly onto the transmission test ports to see where the pressure is bleeding off. Unfortunately, fixing a true reverse incorrect gear ratio almost always involves dropping the transmission out of the car for a major internal overhaul.